There you go, guys. Finally, the draft is begun. A little bit quicker than yesterday. That's awesome. First pick, first ban on Sky Temple going to be for OMG. This would be eStar's map. See what they want to deny. Yesterday, we were seeing a lot of Illidan bans, as well as False. This is the first Greymane ban we've seen, which I'm sure we're heading in that way. There's that Illidan ban as well. We will see. Maybe Kel'Thas. I feel like Kel'Thas and Sylvanas are both moving up. I don't think Sylvanas will become first pick, first ban. I think Kel'Thas can become first pick, first ban. Just depends on how you play them. Thrall first pick, though, for OMG. Will we see the Sonya Tassadar from eStar? I've given him that feedback before, one-man crowd. But he is who he is. Falstad Murden picked up here for eStar. I don't really know how I personally feel where Falstad sits at the moment. I don't know if I would call him S tier anymore, personally. The 20 seconds to Gust is noticeable after playing with it, which is good. He doesn't need to be OP anymore. And he's still a decent hero. I just don't think he's this early of a contention pick anymore. OMG is going to go ahead and lock in that Rhaegar Vala. Vala really, really good right now. From what I've seen, though, the Chinese are going the full auto attack build. And not the hybrid build. And then ETC Sonya going to be the mid-tier bans. Sonya denied to eStar, so they are lacking their melee assassin. OMG. Good call on that ban. eStar with the ETC ban just denies them any top-tier warrior. Then we got the Sylvanas Uther, which is cool. I called it, man. When this patch shit, I said Sylvanas was going to make a rise in the meta, and I was right, man. She is really good right now. You get the level 4 talent with the cooldown reduction, and it is just so much damage output from her. Stitches Zagara, of course. This is a very old school style composition from OMG. Thrall, Vala, Zagara damage. And of course, eStar forced to pick Zeratul if they wanted a melee assassin. Do I think they're sleeping on KT a bit here? Maybe. KT feels very good. But yeah, I don't know exactly if he could fit into every comp. I was kind of over-exaggerating when I said he was going to be S tier soon. He is very squishy. And the new build has you getting in closer. So you're susceptible, especially without getting Bolt at 20 anymore. So he's still very good, though. I think he'll be picked more in the next coming weeks. But Kel'Thas is definitely really, really good. Has Dahaka made an appearance in the pro scene yet? Yes. Yes, he has. Dahaka is OP. I think he's first pick, first ban worthy on Dragonshire. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You're watching the Gold Series Hero League Spring 2016 edition. For those of you that's your first time watching, this is essentially the regionals for China. What our DreamHack is, what our ESL Studios is later on. Top 2 Chinese teams from this event qualify for Worlds, which will be in Sweden in June. So it's a very big event with a very, very sizable prize pool. 112,000 US dollars, 46,000 to first place. Now, MVP Black is in this event, so if they do get top 2, the top 2 placing teams from China still qualify, so whether it's first or third, or second or third. And all the games will be cast here on this channel, twitch.tv/GillyweedSE2. So make sure you follow this channel. As well as head over to the Reddit thread here. I'm going to link it in the chat. Talk about the games there. You can see what matches are coming up. I'll be making a Reddit thread every night we do this. 30 minutes before the post goes live. We're just about to get into game number 1, guys. Sky Temple is the map, and I'm pretty excited about this. And keep in mind, these games are going to be going on the next 2 days through Sunday. Gilly will be with me tomorrow and Sunday. It'll be 4 days a week for the next month until we finish. So make sure you guys keep coming back. And here we go, loading into the map. Sky Temple, game number 1, best of 3 here. eStar coming off a win yesterday, whereas OMG coming off a loss. Thank you, Sergey Monster. Much appreciated. All right, here on the left-hand side of the map in the blue trunks, it's going to be eStar Gaming. Tiger on Uther, NCC on Muradin, Zoia on the Zeratul, Xingxi on Falstad, and I didn't see the last one. And OMG, here we got Beam BB on Zagara, Zayu on Vala, Max on Rhaegar, ZTQ on Stitches, and Sora TNT playing the Thrall. And if this is also your first time watching, keep in mind that I am casting from a clean feed. I'm not in the game myself. So if there's, lag on my end, lag on the stream end, that is just because we're having to use their feed for us, and I do not have their production in my ear. So whenever there's downtime and stuff, I don't know when we're coming back. So just bear with us on that one, as we just got to kind of play everything by ear. Got eStar collapsing up here. The Stormbolt does connect, and here comes the body block. Stitch is in a lot of trouble, but Max does come in, and they let ZZ through. Poor body blocking there on the end of eStar. Definitely feel like they could secure that kill. Nice hook going down on the Zeratul, but he almost gets rending cleave down because of it. So, yeah, you landed the hook, bro, but you're really, really pushing it there. Muradin's actually chasing Vala. Why did they cut away from it? Looks like the fight is still happening there. I guess the Stormbolt did not end up connecting. Uther is coming back out. They're trying to turn this around. Do they have the Stormbolt there? The dot from Sylvanas not enough to do too much there. Hook does land on Muradin, and he's going to go ahead and Dwarf Toss out. Taking a look at Talons will be Region Master on Zeratul. Going to be soaking those health globes. Get that regen up, and it's very noticeable, guys, for those of you that don't think it might be. And we're going to be seeing Hungering Arrow build coming out from Vala. Hungering Arrow build, good versus this comp for 3 reasons, actually. With the new way Sylvanas is played, it's a lot more aggressive where you use Haunting Wave aggressively. So Vala having the Hungering Arrow for those 1v1s is very good. Zeratul going to be constantly going for the Vala in the back line, so good for the 1v1s there. And Falstad as well, a hero who tends to dive backline solo. Vala can 1v1 him there as well. So, 3 solid heroes that there's a chance that you can catch in a 1v1 situation, and that's when Hungering Arrow build is at its best. Whenever you're going to have a single target isolated, you can do a lot of damage. So really, really like that from Vala. As well as an interesting pickup here from Falstad. We're seeing the auto attack build from him. We got Seasoned Marksman at level 1. For the last, since the change to his Q talent at level 1. Okay, I can't believe I'm spacing on the name. We're Gathering Storm, I think? I don't remember. I don't know why I'm spacing on it. Sorry, it's 3 AM. We've been seeing only Caster Falstad, which is a bit different. Every other build looking pretty normal to me, though. A lot of aggression coming out here in the middle onto ZZQ. Nice stuns coming out from eStar. Falstad flies in, and they're not able to keep him up. Max was there, but didn't seem to matter. Zagar going in for a flank needs to be careful not to get stunned out. But a nice first blood there for eStar. People missing Soaker in the bottom. eStar missing a few minions here and there. Zagar getting a lot of push, and the creep spread down there is pretty solid as well. Blake on the thrall up here. Zeratil's going to go ahead and got him. He does end up missing his singularity spike, so the slow's not going to connect. He's turning it around onto Zoia T, but not going to matter there. And then a blink in front of Max is there. The rest of the team is not following up, though. Maybe if they would have stayed with the chase, they could have killed that. They have a lot of mobility between those three heroes, Falstad, Zeratil, and Murden. Now Murden in a bad spot. NCC has to be careful to avoid this. So if the hook goes on the Falstad, barrel roll is up, and Xingxi is trying to get out of there. Really well done. Clearing out this mid as well. About a half-level lead right now. And lots of stuns going down on the Vala. Doesn't matter. You're going to go down. So much CCs there between Murden and Uther that much burst can take them down. And eStar, the first team to hit level 7. Yeah, that's Searing Attacks on Zeratil? Huh. So we're seeing a Searing Attacks Master Warp Blade at level 4 Zeratil. So his autos are actually going to chunk really, really hard. But the problem with that build is there's a lot of damage is going on the Stitches. They do end up barrel rolling out of there. Cigar pushing this bottom wave. Doing a good job soaking. They're going to start the camps right now. But yes, the problem I see with this build is, well, he's probably going Shadow Assault. Based off how much auto damage he's going, which is already kind of interesting. But even if he does go Void Prison, the problem I see with this build is Searing Attacks, you consume a lot of mana, and Zeratil's already like a hard hero to maintain mana control on. He won't have much mana to survive a fight after popping Searing Attacks, so I feel like the main struggle for Zeratil this game is going to be maintaining his mana in these fights. This is my favorite Sylvanas build to play. I think it's the worst of the two builds. I do prefer the level 4 cooldown reduction on your W, but this one's more fun to play. I like this style a lot. When you get the 13 refresh on your Q, and the double Haunting Wave, or not Q, the refresh on the Q to the Haunting Wave talent. It's really good. Ball's going to go down here. Will Zoia T be okay? He does blink forward. Doesn't seem like Stitches has hook up. He's getting the mount out of there. And Rhaegar not able to keep up with him. Level 10 here. It is going to be Shadow Assault here from Zeratil. So, very interesting style. Of course, we have the Divine Shield to mix with it. See if eStar can make it work. It's a lot of auto attack damage. Let's see how much burst that can happen from it. Max and ZZTK taking another Merc camp here on the top. Zeratil going for Zagara here. Doing a lot of damage. Didn't even pop Shadow Assault there. Just kind of did that on his own. He popped Searing Attacks. And he's already at half mana, but he did not need Shadow Assault for that. Maybe OMG just didn't check the talents to see what his build was, because Zagara should have known better that she couldn't 1v1 him in that situation. Searing Attacks adds a lot more damage than Follow Through does, like in burst settings. Just because you can really chunk someone down, where Follow Through is more consistent damage. Nice dodge of the hook there, coming out from Toomey. Good positioning as well. Level 10 here for OMG. Putrid Bile is going to be the pickup, of course. Don't really see Gorge too much. The only time you see Gorge is when you have to isolate a target. Gorge is really good versus like a Malfurion. A lot of damage going down onto Zeratil here. Nice pick there. Really well done from OMG, taking him out. Good push here in the top lane coming out from Toomey. Yeah, guys, you know, we're casting 4 days in a row. And then Saturday and Sunday, Gilly and I are casting this. And after that, we're casting NA qualifiers. Saturday and Sunday are going to be like 14-hour casting days. So that's why I'm kind of like doing a more slow. Hello, stream. The call dropped to my producer here, so that happened. We're back though. So the fight broke out there. eStar dominating it. Kills are 11-3 now. It looks like NCC and Tiger are going to be controlling both the shrines. I don't know where I cut out in my talk and what I was saying, but essentially, yeah, I'm just resting my voice because the next 3 days are going to be pretty insane with how much Gilly and I are casting. And if you do talk, you really Caldor is like the best caster in the world to me because of how he can solo cast. If I were to do what he does, I would lose my voice. A lot of damage going on to Zagara here, but not going to be enough to take him down. Mighty Gust was used there from Xingxi. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe they were just afraid that they couldn't fight. That's what they're doing. But I still think they could have secured a kill on a potentially Zagara. Maybe only isolating him. They knew Sunder wasn't up because of the last fight, so they didn't have to worry about that re-engage. I feel like they shouldn't have gusted like that. But Wailing Arrow does come out. They do silence Rhaegar in the back. Take down Vala. Which shows you how much damage Zhao T does with that Zeratul, that single target fire. Like, Rhaegar couldn't react at all. Just instantly blew him up. See if they can get a few more kills here. Everyone on the end of eStar is so low. Tiger's doing a fantastic job. As well as, like, when it comes to just repositioning each other and stuff, like in the fight, they're good at, like, swapping the damage. You know, if someone starts taking damage, like someone else, even if it's a carry, they'll rotate in front of them just to absorb like a few potential skill shots and try and, you know, block a few autos. And that's why they're all so low there. It's just because like good rotations in and out of the fight. You'll see like one of the lower ones back out for like 2 steps to get them to swap targets to someone else and then go back in. It's just like a really good in and out, in and out, in and out. It's really, really cool to see. Their play style is very, very fun. Point being held here by eStar. They're going to go ahead and get that camp. They got a big push here in the bottom. They have 4 Siege Giants. And a Sylvanas with it, too. That's the important thing, is the Sylvas here. Disabling these turrets is going to be huge. They might actually be able to get keep out of this, and if they get a few kills, that'd be even better. Keep in mind it is 17 versus 14, so huge level difference, so the stats are better, as well as the talent tier. Good Maw coming out from Zag, but it doesn't matter. The Divine Shield onto the Zeratul prevented him from going into the Maw, and with the Shadow Assault, he just dumpstered Zagara down in a few seconds. That was really cool play. I wonder if they attended this Zeratul going into it knowing they could go Shadow Assault. Hook goes out on the Xingxi. He gets stunned out. Does he get healed up in time? He does. He's trying to get as much damage down the side as he can, though. And Susher's going to go out, so they do get the keep. Now eStar is in trouble. They used all of their heroics already. They're trying to stay alive here. Zhao T is going to go down. Vala's doing work right now with this Hungering Arrow build, just really isolating down targets and bursting them. Good Hook going down onto NCC. He's going to end up going down. And that's going to secure the kill onto Sylvanas as well. So, a little bit of punish for greed there. Was it worth it? I think so. You get a keep. And, I mean, I guess it's worth a keep. Depends on how many shots they take here. They did even up experience quite a bit. I don't know if that was 100% worth it. I think they lost maybe 1 or too many more people. Too many people there. Lost too many people there, like by 2. For that to be a little less worth. But they got to keep, so it could have been a worse situation for eStar. OMG, though, definitely fighting their way back into this game. They're going to start working on keeps of their own. Bruisers in the top lane. They just they did some damage to that front wall. And then with them taking out this final fort here, the last of the shots will go to that middle keep wall. So OMG very much back in this with a 1-level deficit now. Which is, they were, and at that push, they were a 3-level lead for eStar. So yeah, definitely not a good trade there for eStar. Yes, it is Seasoned Marksman on Falstad. Definitely interesting build here coming out from eStar. Tiger does scout out there. They are by the boss. He has to be so careful, though, because if they do see him there, he's very isolated. Zalti looking for a potential flank onto Zagar. They go for the stun. Shadow Assault has been popped. That's a lot of damage on the Zag, but the Mighty Gust is going to push them back. Sundering does come out, but it does not really do much there. And that's a complete wipe. Wow, so fast there. The Sora TNT trying to get out of here does end up getting hit by the Storm Bolt, and he's getting chased down. Nice job. Four kills there. With the keep exposed in the bottom, they just go for core. They don't need the boss. That's going to be GG. Really well done here from eStar. They're pushing in. It's only Stitches available for the next 28 seconds. They are pushing without a boss, which is can be scarier, but with how full health everyone is, yeah, look at everyone's HP. Tiger's full HP, Toomey's full HP. They can burn this down so very fast. Stitches can't do anything. He's trying, but 50% on the core. GG eStar. Really, really well played. Showing up with the the Shadow Assault Searing attacks Zeratul. You could see its damage here. Just able to, if you don't have Divine Shield versus that, like if you're gonna have Ancestral, for Ancestral to work versus that, you have to cast it the moment Zeratul gets on a target. Like once you hear the sound effects for Shadow Assault, you have to cast Ancestral on that target. It's really good versus most supports. If they have Uther or Karazim, it's a little harder to make work. But the problem is, because of the Stitches pick, because they didn't have someone like a Diablo, ETC, or a Murden, whenever Zeratul goes on to the Zagara, they don't have a way to peel for it. Like, what's Stitches peel? He's got a hook. If you don't go Gorge, which Gorge actually was arguably good there. If Stitches would have actually sat on the or on his squishies and waited for Zeratul to Shadow Assault in, and he would just gorge them, that actually would have been a really good counter. I actually would have liked that a lot, I think. Yeah, it's easier to deal with that kind of style. Like you won't see Shadow Assault like that every game. If you have Murden, if you have ETC, if you have Diablo, you can deal with it a little bit better. I think if they would have, yeah, I think like now thinking about it, if they would have gotten Gorge, if they would have had the insight to do that, that could have been a different game. Just Gorge the Zeratul. Though when it's paired with the Uther though, like I'm like kind of like figuring this out as I talk. So sorry, like my opinion keeps changing. With the Uther though, with both Cleanse and Divine Shield, you can't really gorge the Zeratul. Because he kept Divine Shielding the Zeratul half the time. That last fight he didn't because the Zeratul just went for the flank. But in a lot of those fights, Divine Shield was on the Zeratul, so the Gorge can't really protect that. So yeah, I guess you kind of either need to instantly cast the Ancestral on the target the Zeratul's on, or have Karazim or Uther paired with against that to Divine Shield it. It's a really cool style. I like that eStar did that because it worked very well as that comp. Game number 2 is going to be on Infernal Shrines. Yesterday, eStar's match on this map, they ended in 10.5 minutes. The reflection on his forehead scared me for a second. I was like, "Oh, what happened to him?" And then I realized it was the reflection. Wow, he seems tilted. Not very happy with their loss, OMG, apparently. I told you to go Gorge, but you didn't. There's some Cognics. I like that hat. That's a cool hat. And again, when I DC'd, I was just saying, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm solo, so I'm doing a little bit of a different casting style that's like much more calm and pacing. I'm nowhere near as good as Caldor. I don't think I'll ever be as good as Caldor when it comes to solo casting. I just lose my voice so fast. Like yesterday, I was casting normal for the big like yesterday I had just got done casting 7 hours with GHL, but when I was casting last night by myself, after the first game and a half, I could start to feel my voice starting to go. Um, and I'm casting tonight, and then tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, Gilly and I are casting both Gold League and the NA qualifiers for DreamHack. And so when I'm solo casting these, I'm doing a little bit more of a calm style, not trying to burn myself out. Start the screen share froze again. So it's a little bit of a different style. It'll change whenever Gilly's back. We'll cast like normal when Gilly's here. It's just don't want to lose my voice before this weekend. Hello? Sorry. Okay, let me try this again. So for those that don't know, Skype crashed on Stark's end. The Tempo Storm house internet has been really bad. Um, our provider is just like not even caring about it. We have a business line, and they like we've tried to fix it like 3 times now. So we're just swapping providers next week. But I can't stream right now, so Stark, one of Gilly's mods there, Stark SE2 in chat, he is running the production. So whenever little things like that happen, yeah, it's kind of out of our control. No, we use Cox. The network provider we have is Cox. Hey, what's up, Zuna? How you doing, bro? So eStar with that first pick, first ban, they're gonna go ahead and deny the Falstad. Like I said last game, I don't know how I feel about Falstad. He's not bad. It's just the 20-second nerf to Gust is more noticeable than I thought it would be. And with the buff to a lot of damage dealers like Kael'thas, Sylvanas, even Li Ming still has good damage with all the melee assassin styles that are also getting buffs. I don't know where exactly I feel Falstad falls at the moment. I don't know if he's first pick, first ban worthy anymore. He's in a really interesting spot. Ilton going to be the ban there for OMG. Illidan is just so good right now. I love playing Illidan. Love seeing Illidans. Love playing with Illidans. You can dive so deep. Your healing's insane. Your damage is insane. Zul going to be the first pick here for eStar. Great wave clear. Interesting to see him on Infernal Shrines. You usually see Zul in first pick worthy Zul. You usually see him only on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and sometimes Dragonshire. Zul's still very good though because he can clear the camps. But was he first pick worthy over like a Sonya? I don't know. I don't know if I think so. Definitely not a bad pick though. Just an interesting pick order. Because the problem with what eStar just did is they gave OMG Greymane Thrall, which I think as second pick Greymane Thrall is like the best option you can get. Greymane Thrall is insane. However, I don't think the Chinese play Greymane very well. I think NA and EU both play Greymane better than the Chinese. I've yet to be impressed by anyone in China playing Greymane. They're very passive. You have to find the right balance between not going in and then going in. But still, Greymane Thrall, probably one of the best pick you can get from second pick. Locking both those in is huge. eStar is going to lock in ETC Uther, picking up the best, arguably one of the best supports. Denying Uther from Greymane and Thrall is really good. Divine Shield on either of those heroes is game changing. And then ETC, great versus those two. As soon as they dive in, you can get a power slide into a mosh pit. So good pickups there. Savant's going to be the ban from OMG. OMG not wanting to deal with the split push. You already have Zool. Mixing Savants with that would be too much. eStar probably going to ban Muradin. Muradin or Rhaegar, depending on which one they want to. And there's the Muradin. When you have ETC and or Uther, and the other team doesn't with their first picks, you usually see those getting banned out. Just because Uther, Rhaegar, and ETC Muradin are the best of those roles by a decent amount. Not by a decent amount, but they're the most versatile, I guess. Those four heroes, and they're the two in each role. Those are the heroes that you can put into any composition. Whereas outside of that, you can't put Lieutenant Morales into every composition. You can't put Karazim in every composition. You can't put Tyrael in every composition, or I guess you could put Joanna in every composition, but there's a kind of a fall off between ETC and Muradin to Joanna. So usually, if you have one of those locked in and the other team doesn't, you see one of those getting banned in the middle. Tyrael Rhaegar picked up, of course. The Tyrael pairs really well with the Greymane. Sanctification is going to help out a lot. Kerrigan Li Ming for eStar. We saw Kerrigan yesterday played by Rich, Oreo Man. It's pretty solid. The thing I like about Rich's Kerrigan, which we're not going to be seeing today because they got the bye this round, is his patience with his combos. Li Ming, interesting pick up there. Don't see too much Li Ming right now. She's not necessarily bad, but there's just so many good damages right now. That's the cool thing about heroes when it comes to assassins. There's so many good heroes. And then, of course, Zonia. This is the triple, I made that video the other day talking about how teams are going to struggle in certain metas because of their player pools. And I was talking about how Naventic has one of the best rosters for multiple metas to run compositions like this. You have 3 melee assassins, essentially. Depending on how you look at Greymane, not all ranged players can play Greymane is the thing. So that's like where you kind of see him more as a melee assassin. But they're running 3 melee assassins this game with Zonia, Greymane, and Thrall. And I can name only a handful of teams that have a roster that can run that well. I'm sure every team out there will run this composition, but I'm talking about running it well, having players that can play it well. So gotta learn to respect the Kerrigan. We'll see if they're able to do it. There's a lot of follow-up for this Kerrigan, man. If Kerrigan gets a combo, you got Power Slide, you got the knockback from ETC, you got Zul's Bone Prison, and then you got the stun from Uther. If Kerrigan gets a combo, man, that target's dead. 100%. Here we go, guys. Game number 2, Infernal Shrines is the map. eStar up 1-0. This is a best of 3, so if eStar closes out this game, that will be a 2-0 win for them. Here we go. eStar, Tiger on Uther, NCC on ETC, Zhao T on Kerrigan, Zing C playing Li Ming, and Toomey going to be running out the team as that Zool. And here on the right, it's going to be OMG, Beam BB playing Zoia, Zoia playing Greymane, Max playing Rhaegar, ZTKQ on Tyrael, and Sora TNT playing Thrall. Allow me to take a drink of this Monster Energy drink, as it is almost 4 a.m. here. Not a sponsor. Take a look at level 1 talents. Interesting Tyrael build. We saw King Caffeine run this the other day in the NA qualifier. But lots of stuns going down. Oh, you're so dead. The combo comes out. So much follow-up, CC, but ZZTQ lives there. Tyrael able to get out, and then the turnaround kill on the Toomey. Tyrael's going to end up blowing up. Max is going to go down. The resets are here for Xingxi. The explosion's not able to get ETC, so a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of eStar. I'm so surprised. I mean, I guess the problem is they went for Tyrael in that situation with your blowout, with all your CC, but just wasn't. He's just too tanky. With the shields from himself as well as Rhaegar, they weren't able to secure that kill. So kind of just a bad target calling. Sanctification though, late game, going to be really good versus this composition. Depends on how Tyrael aggressive he is with it. Zalti trying to get out of here. Thrall Root does end up connecting. Tiger going to try and heal him up. And he do end up saving him. They get the turnaround kill on the Greymane. Beam BB trying to back out as Thrall. And Sora TNT just going in for the kill on Kerrigan. He's going to go down to Max. Can Max keep Sora alive? The chain heal does come in. And no, the burst from Li Ming with the resets was able to not kill Thrall. Thrall just barely surviving there, but did get the kill onto Zoia. A lot of aggression in this game. That tends to happen in matches where you do have a Kerrigan. Just constant team fighting. Got to give it to OMG, though. Yes, Kerrigan is getting kills, but OMG is on top of these rotations. They're just about 2 seconds too slow with the rotations. If with the rotations, they would get there just a little bit quicker, that this would be a different game, I feel. But they're doing a better job than most teams would, I have to say, with handling these Kerrigan ganks. They're just a little bit too slow. NCC scouting the middle lane here, just to make sure to potentially catch a rotation down. Level 4 here hit by eStar first, so if they do catch them out of position, they will try and force a fight. And right now, eStar not really going for kills, just now starting to get some minions as well. Still very even. When it comes to contesting this point, Zoia Tyrael can stay on this point for a long time. A flank from above does end up happening onto Max, but Tyrael's keeping him alive with those shields as well, the stealth heals from Rhaegar. And Sora TNT, they're actually splitting up eStar pretty hard, which is exactly what they want to do. They have a lot of skirmish capability with this team. There's a lot of self-sustain, a lot of good heals, and wow, Li Ming's actually going to be the first to fall. OMG, man. They can control the points. That's something we really talked about this game. When it comes to controlling these points, OMG has a fantastic composition. They're just able to sit on it. Yes, Toomey is split pushing up here, which is for the best, but there's so much self-sustain between 4 of these heroes. The shields from Tyrael, the heals from Rhaegar, the heals from Thrall, and the heals from Zoia, and they're just bullies on the point. They have really, really good point contention. It's really, really cool comp from OMG on this map. eStar's comp's more about getting picks, and if they don't get those picks, they're not going to be able to control the points. That's one of the downsides of a Kerrigan, and why she tends to fall off late game, or at least used to. Most of her potency comes from her combo, like right there, and when you miss it, you're useless until it's back up. Toomey getting collapsed on up here, taking a lot of damage, is going to end up going down. Good rotation from OMG. Now, Kerrigan's a little bit better now because Bolt of the Storm has been removed from a lot of heroes. The problem with Kerrigan old was every hero just had Bolt. And it doesn't matter if Kerrigan has Bolt. If you bolt Kerrigan's combo, you know, that can completely change the game. And once she's in, she can't get out, right? So you turn on her and blow her up. But now that Bolt's been removed from a lot of heroes, this adds a little bit more viability to Kerrigan late game. But it's still her major problem is her combo. And if she doesn't land it, she's in trouble. Here we go. eStar going to try and contest his points. It is a 3v3 here. ZZ jumping in onto Uther. NCC sitting on the point, taking a lot of damage. Yeah, you can't fight on point versus Tyrael, Zoia. Gray main. They just have way much more sustain and a lot more burst. Sora getting caught out of position though, trying to spin out. Dodges the Kerrigan stun. Zalti tried to throw it out blind without a pull. Does get the leap in. Is the pull there? No, it's not. Can't believe Zalti lived there. Really well done. Or Sora lived there. Excuse me. Really well done from OMG. Kills are 4-4. And OMG, yeah, they just definitely have the better comp for this map. Toomey not really getting the best value with his split push. Toomey's not really roaming with the team. He's just kind of split pushing as Zul. Li Ming still having really good siege damage, though. Able to burst this wall down very, very quickly. Both teams level 8. eStar with still a slight experience advantage. It looks like the shrine will be at the top. Most of OMG is already up there, as they are doing a camp. So they can rotate up and get position first. But they're actually going to go through a gank here in the middle. Observer's not showing it. There's a fight in the middle, Observer. Stop showing this bottom duel. Okay, nothing ended up happening in mid anyway. I don't know why Zoia thought he could 1v1 a Zul. That was a really greedy play. Now he has to back before the point. No way a Greyman's going to 1v1 a Zul until he has this heroic, and even then, if bone armor used properly, that won't happen. eStar still about a quarter level up. Going to be controlling this point for the time being at 8 minions killed. Still none killed for OMG. They're waiting for Greyman to get over here. Rhaegar rotating up. Zul still split pushing though. This is really greedy play coming out from eStar. Kerrigan combo does not actually land on Zayu. Zayati is really underperforming on this Kerrigan this game. Missing a lot of his stuns. Just because Oreo Man can do it doesn't mean you can, bro. You gotta practice it. Kerrigan's one of those heroes. I remember when Tempo Storm started running Kerrigan back in, I guess, July. May. With Zuna a lot. Like, Zuna would say, you know, if you don't play Kerrigan, like, every day, and then you randomly play her, it's just, like, you have to relearn how to do the combo, like, perfectly, and, like, how not to get juked and stuff. Mosh Pit does go down as eStar did hit level 10 very quickly. Very good kill onto Greymane. Sonya's being chased down. Xingxi's going for the kill. Looks like they went Wave of Force. That's cool. I like that we're seeing Wave of Force a lot more. The 30-second cooldown on Disintegrate definitely being some of the influence to that. But because there's so much dive as well, and Li Ming and Kerrigan being the two probable targets for OMG to go on, using Wave of Force to just disengage is going to be really good this game. So I really like that pickup here from Li Ming. eStar gets the Infernal. They get this fort down very quickly. Sun does go down the Tyrael. The follow-up power slide is there, but it is Tyrael. Going to be hard to kill. He does Alduran's Might in, but of course, not going to get much value there as the team is not ready to fight. They do have their own heroic, so it looks like it will be. I think that's Wrath of the Berserker. I can't see the number there. It's hard to see with the clean feed. Sundering Greymane, or Sundering Go for the Throat, Sanctification. Really good heroics here on the end of OMG. The split push from Zul's doing wonders this game. Just getting them so far ahead experience-wise. I mean, they're only up kills 5-4, but the fact that they've taken out a fort and just done, and part of that was because Zul was pushing top lane at the beginning of the game. During the first shrine, Zul just sat top. But here we go, all 5 members of eStar here. The contention is happening. Sanctification goes down. Divine Shield on Kerrigan and Maelstrom popped. eStar's trying to kite back out of this. Poison Nova doing a lot of damage. Life's Patience on that, waiting for the Sanctification, and Tyrael is the first to fall in this fight. Wave of Force has been used. Xingxi getting very, very low, trying to kite back. NCC gets healed from Tiger. Is it going to be enough? No, he's going to go down. No, NCC doesn't go down. Zul went down. Get a turnaround kill onto Thrall. They're trying to get Tiger here. Kerrigan combo does go out, does not end up getting anyone. More secured kills onto Rhaegar from Xingxi, as well as Sonya. Greymane trying to get away, but I think the power slide will be here, able to get here for NCC. He just needs to not get dismounted by these minions, which he doesn't. Oh, he did get dismounted. That's really good. That's really good for ZU. Xingxi does get the interrupt there. Oh, and NCC got there. Oh, he almost made it out there because ETC ended up getting dismounted. I thought he was going to make it out, but unfortunately, Li Ming was able to get that last auto off. 10 kills to 6 in favor of eStar, 2-level lead for them now. And again, a lot of this is because of the Zool. The split push has been helping a lot. It's not just the split push that's been helping a lot, the fact that they've won the Infernals as well. 4v5 is just ridiculous. Just shows you how good of a team eStar is. I like the aggressive position from NCC and Uther, just trying to catch rotations down. They're going to go clear those bruisers in the top, though. OMG kind of has to clear the mercs out in their mid. And now OMG starting to catch on that they need to soak. They're leaving Beam BB until 13 in bottom. Get 13 and then he rotates up. They have to be on the same talent tier. It's a good test. Oh, so it was Leap on Zoia. I couldn't see earlier whenever we saw the numbers over it. So that's good. Tyrael, Aldrin's Mites in. After the Sundering, you leap in. You can blow someone up pretty quick. Ooh, catching Toomey out of position. He's going to end up going down. But a big four-man Kerrigan combo. Sanctification a little bit late there, but does keep everyone up on the end of OMG. Additional hitting connections with Zoia. He does not go down. Divine Shield on Kerrigan. And this is a losing fight for eStar. They're going for the chase. Nice power slide into a Kerrigan pull, but not going to matter. Kerrigan's going to fall as well. Greymane not able to secure that kill under Tiger. They're going for the chase onto NCC. Delaying Cocktail, not enough damage to kill off ETC there. And that is going to be a big win here for OMG. They're only a level down now. And they're going to be able to control this shrine. With Zool dead for 8 more seconds, and Kerrigan dead for 19. This is definitely going to them. Zool getting no value in that fight because of that gank. They did catch him out of position. He did no damage. He did not get Poison Nova off. If Poison Nova would have went off, that would have been huge. That Sync getting mad value. Even though the Sync was a little bit late, the Kerrigan combo went down and they got all clumped up and took a lot of damage. The Sync still helped avoid a lot of the bursts from Li Ming. So that was a really good Sync. Even though it was just it was too late for the combo. Still got value. So good job there from Tyrael. This Punisher not getting much value though, unfortunately, here for OMG. They weren't really willing to push with it, as if eStar only got 1 kill, they would have had 16 and could have snowballed that fight one-sided. So despite winning that, they're still not really caught up. They're down a full level. And they have no map presence at all. eStar has a fort down, and 2 of them are very low, both in bottom and mid. But they're about to get their first fort of the game here in bottom. Tyrael does outer Might out, and they don't end up getting the fort. Will they force the fight here? Power slide does happen. A lot of damage going on to Sora. Sanctification used in a really good spot. And you see how immediately all of the members of OMG collapse on that. Sundering does come out, Poison Nova getting mad value, and this just shows you the difference between having Zool and not having Zool. That is just such a good team fight composition. And they get ran over. Tyrael's trying to run here, but he's going to die to Li Ming. Full wipe, 5-0 in favor of eStar. They can get mad value with a push here. They can go anywhere. Looks like we're seeing them split up in multiple directions. Looks like they just want to clear the map of all the forts. And I think that's a good decision. Trying to get a keep is a bit too greedy. They only have 20 seconds. They wouldn't be able to get a keep. So what they're doing is they're pushing in multiple structures, multiple lanes. And they're just trying to get closer to 20. So yeah, OMG was starting to make a comeback, but just really sloppy decision making. Fighting 16 versus 15, just like always a huge mistake. And then even they were barely winning when Zool was taken out instantly, but they fought versus for the full 5 and a talent disadvantage. That was just a little too sloppy from OMG. 18 versus 16, almost 19 versus 16. eStar out of just that one bad decision making from OMG got eStar almost a 3-level lead when they were only down a level, which is unfortunate because OMG was really starting to claw their way back into the game. Now it's going to be a struggle. eStar's just taking Merc camps right now, getting wave shoved in. Punisher's going to be pushing bottom, and this is a really good time for them to take this Bruiser camp because it's pushing top lane, which is exposed to keep, and that can do some serious damage. If eStar gets a fight here and wins it, and gets a good Punisher push, they can get 2 keeps here, 1 in top and 1 in bottom, because no one's going to clear up that Bruiser camp right now on top. It's just going to get mad value. That was really good timing for eStar to take that camp. Power Slide comes out on the Thrall, no follow-up CC from his team just yet. Right now, OMG leading in the minion count. Holy Ground has been used, but the combo does go down, and immediately they annihilate Thrall. Rhaegar is too slow on the Ancestral healing there. Sanctification has been used, but after that, Mosh Pit does catch 3 members inside of it. Poison Nova getting mad damage. Looks like Tyrael will fall to the poison unless he can get a shield off at the last second. Greymane goes down, Sonya goes down, Max is about to go down. Looks like he's going to survive as well as Tyrael survived. Oh, can he get the Ravage to the Sonya? He's chasing. He seems to think he can get it. Tiger comes up and he does get the Ravage. That's a full 3-level lead here. 13 seconds on Thrall, 24 seconds on Greymane. Tyrael does rotate top. Gonna go clear out those Bruiser camps. That's gonna be level 20 for eStar. I like this decision to push in multiple lanes here. Azul shoving in bottom just to get a little bit more value before they use the Punisher. And the rest of eStar's pushing in mid. This just allows this basically at this point. If there's another Punisher, if eStar doesn't win with this push in bottom, the next Punisher will probably be game for eStar because the Punisher pushes straight into a keep, and is going to whenever it's behind a keep wall, whenever there's this keep wall up, Punishers get cleaned up very quickly, even this late. But because there's no keep wall, the fact that eStar can move in with the Punisher and not have to worry about a keep at any point, you know, eStar can win this game. And look, they're getting mercs too. Like eStar is just trying. They're going for a death push here. They got mercs pushing bottom. They got the Punisher coming. They already had Zul pushing in the wave. It's 20 versus 17. But that's the cool thing about eStar. They're still thinking 5 steps ahead. If this push doesn't win with them, they have the push opportunity in mid and top of the next Punisher to go for the win. They're just like kind of preparing for the worst, which isn't even really the worst. They're just making sure they're doing everything right, which is great. Punisher leaps over the wall. This is what I'm talking about with not having that keep wall down. It's a little bit harder to get through. They have to take a small wall to get through it. Kerrigan combo actually misses here. Sanctification used. Maelstrom not getting too much value. Divine Shield pop very, very early in this fight. TNT getting a big spin on top of everyone here. And OMG still somehow in this fight. Poison Nova finally goes down, but there's a glorious mosh pit in the back line. The front line completely gets obliterated. Tyrael, Greymane, and Sonya immediately go down. Tyrael Explosion not going to secure any kills here. Thrall, the last one standing, is going to fall. eStar still with the Punisher, still with the Mercs. That is going to be GG here, despite missing the Kerrigan combo. eStar having a 3-level advantage, 20 to 17, now 21 to 17, with Mercs there, with the Punisher helping out in that fight. It's just too much. eStar, that one fight at the middle just put them so significantly ahead. 90% on the core. It is dropping so very fast. Really, really well played from eStar. And another 2-0 victory for them. So far, they're undefeated in their group, and much deserved. They are a monstrous team. Really, really are. Congratulations to them. OMG now 0-2 in their group, as they did lose to MVP Black yesterday.